Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're cracking open a fantastic book, Rod Judkins' The Art of Creative Thinking. We're going to pull out the absolute best ideas and turn them into a kind of toolkit for your own creativity.
Okay, so what do they have in common? I know, it sounds like the setup to a weird joke, right? But the answer is everything. It's the key to understanding where brilliant ideas really come from.
All right, first up, we have got to bust a major myth. You know the one I'm talking about? This idea of the lone genius, the artist in a dusty attic just waiting for a lightning bolt of inspiration. The truth? It's so much messier, and honestly, way more interesting than that.
I mean, think about it. We picture someone like Michelangelo, all alone, painting the entire Sistine Chapel by himself. It's a great story, but it's not true. He had a whole workshop full of skilled assistants helping him out. It just goes to show you, real creativity, the kind that changes things, it's almost always a team sport. It's all about collaboration.
And that pop band we mentioned? The Beatles, of course. We think of them as these natural-born geniuses, right? But before they ever became an overnight success, they played for more than 10,000 hours in gritty little clubs. 10,000 hours. It just hammers home the point that pure, relentless hard work, that's so much more important than just raw talent.
Okay, so if the whole lone genius thing is a myth, then what's the secret? Well, it all starts with a shift in how you think. And that brings us to our second big idea. You've got to adopt a beginner's mind, especially when you think you're an expert.
I love this quote from the sculptor Eduardo Chillida. He nails it. The second you think you've got it all figured out, that's when the creativity just stops. The real breakthroughs, the exciting stuff, that always happens just outside what you already know.
You know, it's easy for experts to get stuck in a rut, right? They just do what's always worked. But a beginner, they're the ones asking the simple, powerful questions. But why do we do it that way? Or what if we tried this instead? They have a fresh perspective. A perfect example is Coco Chanel. She didn't have formal fashion training, so she just ignored all the stuffy old rules. She focused on comfort and her own point of view, and boom, she completely revolutionized fashion.
So that's the mindset part. But how do we turn that thinking into doing? Well, this is where things get really practical and, honestly, a little weird in a good way.
Okay, take a look at this. It's the Juicy Salif, a super famous design by Philippe Starck. It's a lemon squeezer. And here's the crazy part. It's actually terrible at squeezing lemons. Seriously, it's a mess. So, why is it a design icon then?
Because Stark's goal wasn't to make the most efficient lemon squeezer. It was to make the most interesting one. He valued expression way more than perfection. He put personality over practicality. And that's a huge lesson, right? Sometimes real innovation is about provoking a strong reaction, not about making something flawless.
And you don't have to go design a lemon squeezer to try this out. Nope. There's a really simple exercise from the book that you can do, like today.
It's called Pick a Fight with Yourself. Sounds dramatic, but it's simple. Think about one of your daily habits, the route you drive to work maybe, or what you have for breakfast. For just one day, do the complete opposite. Just that tiny little change can jolt your brain out of autopilot and maybe, just maybe, spark a new idea.
Okay, but let's be real. What happens when you try this new stuff and it's a total disaster? What happens when you fail? Well, that brings us to what might be the single most important part of this whole thing, what to do with failure.
So look at this number, 5,126. What on earth could that be? It's not just a random number. It's actually the secret behind one of the most famous design success stories ever.
That is the number of prototypes James Dyson made that failed before he finally got his bagless vacuum cleaner right. 5,126 failures. Think about that. Every single one of those wasn't an endpoint, it was a step forward. It was a lesson.
I mean, look at his journey. It is not a straight line to success. It's this long, winding road that started with a simple frustration, then went through years of struggle, building thousands of prototypes, getting rejected left and right. His entire global empire is literally built on a mountain of failures.
And that's the key, right? To see failure, criticism, even that feeling of I'm not good enough, not as roadblocks, but as fuel for the fire. The artist Roy Lichtenstein figured out that a really strong negative reaction was actually better than people just being indifferent. The most successful creators don't see rejection as the end. They see it as information, as a chance to go back, tweak things, and make their work even better.
And this quote from the book just sums it all up. Life is going to throw stuff at you. That's the 10% you can't control. But the other 90%? That's all about how you react. And that's the difference maker. It's what separates the innovators from everyone else.
So, after all this, what's the one big thing to remember? It's this: creativity is not magic. It's not some special gift that only a few people are born with. It is a skill. It's a muscle. It's a series of habits and mindsets that absolutely anybody can learn and practice.
So I'll leave you with this question to get you started. Don't wait around for inspiration to find you. Instead, just ask yourself this: what is one tiny routine, one little habit that I can break tomorrow, just to see my world a little differently?